Hello, we are going to make a test on achievementseries.com to help our students practice and prepare and to collect data so our data can drive our instruction as we are preparing for a brand new standardized test in our state. Now, if you're a teacher, you do have to have Achievement Series or Scantron from your school, and my school system does. You click on Staff Login. I'm already logged in. You do have to have a site ID, a username, and a password. But once you are logged in to achievementseries.com, the first thing that you're going to do is at the top bar here, you are going to click on Achievement Test Admin. From here, under Test Drafts on the left side of your screen, you are going to click Create. From here, select a test draft creation option, click Normal. Now we're going to have a test name. It can be whatever you want it to be. I am Miss Tingle, so I'm going to start mine with Tingle. I teach 4th grade, so I'm going to use 4th grade, and I am going to call this Math Standard 1. I've already done one of these before. Yes. Test description I don't need because the description of the test is really in the title. For me, the test is not timed. For me, and of course so many of this is teacher preference, yes, a student can take this up to 2 times. That's fine. You can allow as many retakes as you would like. From here, the delivery method, this is web testing, and the grade range is 4th grade, so I am just going to put 4 to 4. Subject area is mathematics. And then click Next. Here's my test title, Tingle, 4th grade, Math Standard 1. I don't need test instructions. For me, students may answer and review questions using both the forward and back buttons. That is fine with me. For the results display, I do want the students to be able to see their test score as soon as they have taken the test. And I also am going to click on Allow Student to Review Incorrect Answers after turning in test. I want them to see what they got wrong, and then maybe they'll take a few minutes and figure out why on their own. I have no problem with the student pausing a test, so I'm going to click this bottom option, allow students to pause test, and I'm even going to give them 1 day in which to do that. I don't need to do anything else here, and so I click Save. Okay, so from here, my test has been created, and I'm going to click on Automatically Find Content. Click on that, and then you come over here to the right side and you click Select Standards. So for me, in my school, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of this drop-down menu, and I am going to pick Common Core State Standards 2010 Mathematics. I don't need keywords. Once again, we're going to have to change the grade to 4th grade. So for me, grade level 4 to 4. And then I click Search. I am going to scroll down until I come to grade 4, which is here. And so all of the standards are here. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. I'm just going to be focusing on standard 1. So this is the only thing that I need to click on. But you can choose as many standards as you want to work with. I just want to work with 1 at this time. Click Next. So from here, we're going to search and we're going to click Next. For item types, all of these item types are fine with me, but I don't believe our new standard test in the spring is going to have gridded responses, so I am deselecting gridded responses. Back under item properties for the third time, I am changing this to fourth grade, 4 to 4. Once again, I am also changing my subject area to math. That's all I need. In the item bank, all of this is fine, but I don't need the Spanish. And so I'm going to deselect that and I click next. So I can look up here at the top and I can see that there are actually 28 questions on 2 different pages that I can choose for this standard 1. If there's a graph or an image, I do like to include one of those. And so this is a good one. I like this picture. This would take some thinking, definitely, for some of my students. So I'm going to select that one. It may depend on the type of questions. You don't want everything to be the same, like you don't want all of your questions to be multiple choice, or at least I don't, because our standardized assessment is not going to be given that way. I mean, this is a written response. I like that. I'm going to mark that, but then I am going to give them a fairly basic one, something like this. 24 is 4 times as many as 7. I mean, this is what that standard 1 says, and they need to be able to show me that they know what that means. 3 questions for me, that's fine. I can have as many questions as I want. I have a 30-minute little testing block or test prep block, and I want to give them plenty of time to answer the questions, to review the questions, and then I want to be able to go over the questions whole group. So really for me and my purposes, 3 questions is good. So from here, we're hitting close. So what we have done is we have created a test, and from create test, we need to publish the test. So from here, we are going to click on the left side of the screen, publish. Under published tests, click publish. This is the test that we're going to be publishing, so I am selecting it and clicking next. Here's the name, standards. I do always want to check out these dates, and all I do is I change that final year, the end date. I give them a year, so 2021, great. This one, test must be completed by 2021. I mean, we need plenty of time with this. I don't want them to try to take a test and then see that it's no longer available. One version is all I need. Save. I think that's fine though. Yeah, I'd already created this. We'll just call this 1.1. I do already have a test with that name, so I've changed the name. And now I'm going to click close. So we have created a test and we have published a test. And now from here, we need to schedule a test. And so we're going to come down here under scheduled sessions and we click on schedule. We are scheduling this one, the Tingle 4th grade math standard 1. Remember, I had to go back and add that 0.1. And we're going to click next. We're scheduling this test. Yes, it's an online test session. We click next again. There's the name, session name. I'm just going to give it the same name as the published test name. I don't need there to be more than one name, but it is required. I don't need a description. I don't need any of this. Yes, all students may test. And again, we're always going to change that end date. Give yourself plenty of time. You don't want to pull up a test and your students can't access it. That's just frustrating. And then we click save. So we have created a test and we have published a test and we have scheduled a test. And now we need to share a test. So from your published tests on the left of your screen, you are going to click share. Add staff to access lists. This is what we want to do. So from here, you click on the test that you want to share and you click next. So search criteria, these are going to be the people in your school, and I can literally just search by last name and click next. I don't have to fill all of those things out. This is who I'm looking for, first person on here, fellow fourth grade teacher, and I click next. Oh, I forgot to fix the access level. The access level is manager. Then I click next. There are so many steps. Then I click OK. We have created a test and published a test and scheduled a test and shared a test. With your students, when they go to achievementseries.com, you're going to give them a code. So here's the test, Tingle 4th grade math, standard 1, and here's the test ID. So the test ID that your students would put in to take this test is BG655. And they sign in and they take the test, and you're able to use that data to drive your instruction. Do your students know Math Standard 1 or do they not? And that's it. Hope this was helpful. Good luck.